Good afternoon, everyone. This is PS42 reaching out to you. My name is Brian Sharkey, principal of PS42. For the most part, I feel a lot of people know that, but if you're brand new to the school community, if you have a lower grade child or you just happen to be moving in, I thought of reaching out to you all just to reconnect to make sure we have a successful school year. So maybe I can steal a few minutes of your time, some things I feel it's important just to go over and to keep you in the know. So I'm excited about this school year. I hope you are. We had a beautiful start and here we are Monday, day 3, and everything is starting to fall in play. So please allow me to share a couple of things with you. My intentions are really simple, to give you insight of who's who and what we're all about, and information I feel is important. If you're new to the community or just need a mindfulness about the actual breakdown of our school and what's going on. So once again, Brian Sharkey. I was actually born in Queens, and after maybe 3 months, 3 months, we moved right here to Ridgewood Avenue, and I've been spending my whole life in this building since then. I grew up in Eltonville on Ridgewood. Delivered newspapers to the majority of the houses in this neighborhood. This was my school as a kid, and later in life came back full circle to continue my work. So I'm excited, I'm home. And I'm blessed to be part of this school community. That's how I look at myself. My mindset and philosophy at the school is real simple. I work for you. I'm given the opportunity to lead this school, and I'm blessed to do so. And I also work with great people that help in that challenge. Great assistant principals. We have 3 of them. Ms. Garcia, she'll be working with our pre-K, K, and 1 families. Ms. 6 will be working with our grades 2 and 3 families, and Ms. Dulski, the upper grades 4 and 5. Our front office is amazing. You happen to call or you need anything, you reach out to us. Our parent coordinator, Denise Sarno, and we have Ms. Fazio and Ms. Picarello, our secretaries, and our supervisory school aides, Ms. Kathleen and Ms. Kathy. We're here to support you in any way. Just reach out and we'll help you out. We have a great PTA. Since I'm a kid, my mother has always reminded me of that. This whole community, this school is really successful because of partnerships. So our PTA, led by Antoinette Peckerman and Erica Majori, they were here actually today, working on their office, getting things ready to run for fundraising and supporting the students here at PS42. And we have approximately, after you do the math, a little bit over 160 staff members here at our school, from our custodial staff to kitchen, school safety, paraprofessionals, school aides, teachers, administration. There's a lot of us, and we all share one common denominator: your children. We have this year, as we speak, as of this morning, 1,012 students registered. We're seeing a little bit of an uptick, and we're sensing that a lot of families are coming back. A lot of families went to private school, and some people relocated for a short period of time, but we are going back to where we were 2-3 years ago. And each and every one of our children, from pre-K to grade 5, everyone has their strengths and their learning styles, and we're very excited and equipped to support all our learners. The chancellor, and I'll be honest with you, I've been around for a while. I started education when I was 30 years old, worked in a middle school, and came here as an assistant principal in 2002. And since then, since 2002, and here we are, 2022, I had a chance to work with various different chancellors and superintendents throughout my tenure. I'm very excited about Chancellor Banks's vision and our superintendent's vision. They are very much the same. And the staff and I worked together when we came back at the beginning of the year and aligned our vision and mission and mindset to their priorities. He has 4 pillars, the superintendent as well, and I agree with them wholeheartedly. And it's very simple: reimagining the student experience. In a sense, we want our kids to graduate once they leave middle school and once they leave elementary, go to middle, and then they go to high school. As a system, we want our students to graduate and then move on to college if they choose, but graduation is the overarching goal. But learning to listen to children, we learned that a lot of students are turned off to school. It's not motivating. It's not something that they find interesting. And so at the early grade bands, we are really looking at reimagining the experience. What, if you were a kid, what would you want? And what's that approach? What works best? Along the way, sustaining and scaling practices that we feel that worked and perhaps weren't working. So the chances that you're empowered to decide on what you think is working. There were some things that we feel like, you know what, it's not as impactful. Let's put that to the side and do what we know what works best. So that's a pillar. And then mindfulness and wellness. We know that students, if they're not in a good emotional state, and adults too, all of us, people, the way the brain works is if we're not in a good headspace, we're not going to learn. And so prioritizing our mindfulness and our wellness for students and staff is a focus and a priority. And lastly, like I'm reaching out to you today, not just communicating, but engaging families to be true partners. And that's something we need to really, as a system, and especially at 42, and that's one of my major priorities, is rekindling the relationships, creating the relationships, getting to know our families, and making you partners in your child's education. We have coming up, pre-K already had it, but coming up from September 14th to the 20th, teachers will be freed up during the day to meet up on a Zoom. If your schedule does not allow and doesn't work with you, I totally understand. The model that we're using this year, which is a school-based option, and the type of learning, the hours that we're keeping was a decision that the staff and I worked on. And as a result, we will be having parent-teacher conferences, and I'll talk about that very shortly. But I do understand that many families would love to have that back-to-school session, where the teachers and I agreed, let's free up during the day to have those Zooms. Some of them will be recorded. If not all, I'll be working with my staff. But regardless, every single family will be in the know and get to know who your child's teacher is and what they're all about, and answer all the questions you might have. They're working on that protocol right now, planning for a nice opportunity to debrief you. Grades 1 through 5, kindergarten, and 1 through 5 coming up this week and next. So if you have any questions around that, always reach out. And parent teachers and communication, the way their agreement is they're always available on Mondays and Fridays. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you, agreements don't define us. You have a question, you have a concern, our teachers are phenomenal. They'll reach out to you, they'll connect with you, and they'll keep you in the know. What I'm going to be doing is to make sure that we really have impactful relationships and partnerships. The PTA, I'm going to ask them for support in this, and our school leadership team and my staff and faculty together, we're going to look at how we can really get back to what we once had. If you're new, trust me when I tell you, our families were always involved in everything we do. That's why the very first day of school, we chose, let's meet and greet, weather permitting, out in that yard, where we had a face-to-face, so you get to see who your child is with. I'm grateful that worked out. So right out of the gate, we kind of have a sense of where our kids are going. And now we're looking forward to the teachers bringing it to that next level for a back to school session. Lastly, as I mentioned before, parent-teacher conferences, the homeschool connection, they will be scheduled in November and March. They will be done remote, and it will be done in the evening. But again, as I mentioned before, whenever you have any concerns, you feel like you need to have a face-to-face, or you feel like something is not feeling right, or you just want to review what's going on, our teachers are here to support you. Just reach out. Lastly, and this is, I believe, the last piece, throughout the year, please, I'm asking you to please stay informed. That's not just about reading correspondence and reading everything that comes in from the school in the backpack or an email, but it's also two-way communication. Inform us. To be informed, you have questions, you're not sure, you want to be informed about something, you have to reach out. Please make sure our contact information is always current. And the research is simple, it's right there. If you are a partner in your child's learning, a true partner, where your child sees us as one, right? The acceleration in learning is tremendous. And so when students are seeing that, it really is important that we have those partnerships. you have a question or you have something on your mind, just ask us. You can reach out via email, phone. We have a virtual journal office. We get a lot of use out of that. Please, if it's something, like I said before, a little bit about me. I've been here a long time. I'm also a parent. I have 3 kids. My last one is second year in college, Delaware University. My daughter graduated from Rutgers and my son from Rowan University. And so the 2 of them are out and about working now. And so I can stand on solid ground and tell you that I've been there, done that with raising children through elementary, middle school, and high school. Trust me, please utilize us as a source of information. The reliance on secondary, third information sometimes gets gray and uneven. And so don't rely on a Facebook page. Don't rely on word of mouth. If you have something that's important you want to know, we're here to serve. Last, like I said, we're in the service of families. We're blessed to work here. I'm grateful. I can't wait to get to know and meet many of you, new families coming in, and all the families been around. It's great to see you once again. Reach out, you need anything. Let's have a great year, everyone. Thanks for your time.